This is gonna freak some of you out. Not all of you, but some of you. By the way, first playing cards, V3, if you're interested, link below. I want you to think of a card right now, but make it a random card. Not the Queen of Hearts, I know you're thinking of Queen of Hearts. Not the Ace of Spades, you too. I know you're thinking of Ace of Spades. Make it a random card, all right? Something you would never normally think of. To that one person out there, I'm looking at you right now. I want you to think of that card as it slowly rises. Mind blown. Again, for the rest of you, that didn't work, but imagine the one person at home thinking, oh, I was gonna say Ace of Spades and Queen of Hearts. All right, I'll randomize it and make it the set. Imagine that person's mind right now. You there, bam. If I did get your card, comment below. Happy New Year, 2020, finally here. Today, we're gonna start off the new year with a really cool looking puzzle. This puzzle is known as the Hexa. It literally is, it's kind of like a mine in a cage puzzle. One of these, where you have to extract that little bead outside. I thought it looked really cool. I was really interested in it. Not necessarily the type of puzzle I'm normally attracted to. Not gonna say this puzzle's not my type, but you know, it's got a nice personality. It's pretty funny, and it pays for drinks. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into solving the Hexa puzzle. We can cut that out of post. We can edit that, make it look good. Here we go. This is the Hexa. Simple puzzle, fun to toy with, definitely aesthetically pleasing. And the goal here is quite simply to take this little metal, I guess, I don't know what shape that is. I'm bad with geometry. Geography? Geometry. Is to extract that. And I think what I'm gonna be looking for first is to see if any of these holes, because much like, you know the mine puzzle? Like this one of these is actually bigger than the others, one of these openings, and it's this one here. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can, if you stare at it long enough, you can see the sides here. It's actually this one here. You can see the sides. Some of them are thinner and some of them are thicker, so you're looking for the thinner ones to know that it's eventually gonna fit out through there. So I think that's kind of the same, along the same lines that we're looking at right now. I'm just gonna see if I can discover, again, I'm not looking at the hole here, I'm looking at the bars. I notice also that there's these top ones here and these bottom ones here, which might be there to throw me off, but they also might be part of the solution. So I can't ignore that either. So I'm just gonna take a minute to look at all the different sizes, see if my eye can pick anything up. So far, this seems, as you can see, seems a lot thinner than that. You see that? Like these top bars seem a lot thinner. Gonna see if I can see any other differences. The bottom ones as well. And that's all I can really notice. Nothing else is very striking. So to start off, that's the other thing, like how my fat finger's gonna get in here. Let's see if I can try and maneuver it through one of these holes here. I don't think that's gonna fit through these bottom holes. So we have one side of this, this small metal thing, which is smaller, which is thinner. Yeah, it's definitely not going to fit through the bottom one, no matter what I do here. I think. I don't want to give up on that bottom layer just yet, because then might be kicking myself later. So I'll just try to put it through any one to see what the shape is like here and why this doesn't fit. Just kind of playing around with it here, I think, is the best way for me to get it through. See, it looks like it almost fits through. I can't really push it through. That orientation right now, the way that's oriented, looks like it would fit through. So do I just try every opening? Is that what's difficult about this puzzle? Is that you just have to find the right place for it to fall through? Because that seems tedious. Maybe I can just get lucky and find the right one here. See, again, that orientation is perfect for that to fall through, even protruding out of this side a little bit. So if I can maybe, there we go. There we go. So this puzzle's very reliant on dexterity. I don't want to force it. So here, there's like some give on these ends, but not so much on the other end. So what if I turn it? Probably look to see if this thing is shaped differently on one end than the other, because I could very well be just stuck because of the orientation of this thing. Assuming that both sides are the same, I think is an error. I think it'd be smart to notice that one side is, oh, That side does look a little smaller. It's very hard to describe a puzzle. I've said this before. The thing doesn't fit like the other side because the side of it isn't lined up like the one that's thicker. You know, I honestly think this is just gonna be me randomly finding the pocket, or is the solution some outside of the box genius, stroke of genius that I must have? Again, that's a no-go. Does not fit through there. Because not only do I have to try and fit it through a hole, I have to manage to rotate that piece in different ways to try and fit it through the hole. So there could be, you know, up to 3 or 4 attempts per hole times all these holes. It would be really a lot faster if I could just see a small difference. Like this one looks maybe a little bit larger. It's hard to tell, it's very hard to tell. Let me try and get it through that one here. What if I just like, wouldn't that be magical if it just like, oh, plopped out? Maybe roll it. You know what, I bet if you rolled it infinitely, eventually something would happen. I think that's just a numbers game. We don't have that kind of time, and I don't have that kind of memory in my camera. But if I did, yeah, it would be a boring video. Or would it? That seems to, it's not coming through there either. See what I mean? Like there's all these different sides that I have to attempt. I have to like rotate this thing. Ugh, this is frustrating. I think eventually I'm gonna have to start numbering down which holes I've attempted, and I have to attempt every single side of this, what do we call this thing? This shape, all right? This shape. Every single side of that shape, I need to attempt through every hole possible. Let's do this row here. This bottom row here. We're gonna do these 4, okay? Especially with my, my giant sausage fingers. Not the best puzzle for me. Okay, so maybe rolling it around like this seems to yield a more logical approach. See that it rolls and then I forget which orientation. Well, I forget. I kind of lose track of which orientation it was in. So I'm trying everything I can to like keep track of where it's going, but as soon as I roll it, it kind of like, I kind of get confused. I can't be 100% sure that I've tried every single orientation in one of these 3 holes. I guess we'll know that once we get to the end of this. We have that aha eureka moment. There's got to be one that's bigger. Seems like the top ones have a little bit of a thinner line than that. Like that's definitely thinner than that. That's the only thing I can notice right now. That one looks bigger. Oh, that feels, oh, I felt like that was good. Maybe it fits through every single one of these shapes. I just have to find the orientation properly. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, you ever see those videos? They have this gold brick inside a plexi case, and they say if you can extract the gold brick out of the hole, you can keep it. And there's like all these videos, these people trying these different techniques of getting that gold brick out. And one guy does it using his hand as like a lever. Lever? Anyways, that's what this reminds me of, except this isn't gold, it's just like a chunk of metal. If I just like wiggle it a little bit. I think it's fair to say that we've tried every single side on one side of this shape. I think it's time to flip the shape over. Flip it over, flip it over. Seems too large for that hole. Probably has to also fall in precisely, like it can't be tilted. It has to be like this precise angle, proper orientation. Like if the thing's tilted a bit, it has to probably fall through effortlessly. It's hard to do because you can't really control it. You're kind of just poking at it, prodding at it, hoping to find a difference somewhere. There's really nothing much to look at while I'm doing this, is there? So the thoughts coming to my head that all these sizes are actually the same, and it's just about finding the right orientation of the shape, which can be very confusing. You see there's like more space on that one side than there is on that side, so it tells me like, okay, maybe this piece is shaped to where one side is a little lopsided. Too much give on that side, I believe, yep. So we rotate. Bit of a knack I want it on this side, I just want it to rotate this way. No, and then I've lost the orientation again. So I found that on the inside of this cage, do you see this like welding line? It goes all the way down here. That's the only sort of difference that I can tell from the inside. Like there are no clues as to which is which. I can find another clue here. Secret marking. Should be really brilliant if that was the case, but it doesn't look like it. So that soldering joint there, that welding joint, is the only kind of difference in all of this, and I don't know where that's gonna get me, but I'll try. I swear once I get this thing out, it's never going back in. I'm gonna take this little shape and I'm gonna swallow it. I honestly bet if I paid more attention in math class that I'd be better at solving these type of puzzles. Even if it's boring, you never know when it might help you out when you're trying to extract a random piece out of a puzzle. There we go. Turning it is such a challenge. Oh my god. Like I feel like once I see it through the top, like there's like a gap on one side, there isn't on the other, and I'm starting to observe that this piece might not be, like it's misshapen, it's not symmetrical. But in order to say like, okay, let's say this gap here looks like it fits over here, it's so difficult for me to want to turn it in the direction that I want it to turn in without it flopping around. See, and then I lose complete track of where I was, back to square one. That's not gonna fit through. But I feel like if I rotated that piece this way, it might fit through. That just feels good to give it a shake, you know? Even if it does nothing, just like out of frustration. Feels good. Like a stress ball you can't squish. This is what this is like right now. Oh. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, did I just lose the hole that it went out of? Which hole was it? Oh no. Oh, it was this one. Okay, so this, okay, this is the hole it came out of, right here. I'm just gonna do a test to see if there's another hole that it could fit in. Wow, okay. So not only did it have to be oriented a certain way, there is literally only one hole that it came out of, which is this one here. And that is complete random. There's no rhyme or reason to that. There's no like, okay, I mean, okay, so the logo that's on the inside is shaped this way, which could be a small hint. But then again, there isn't really any other logical explanation. Like that logo's upside down even, I guess, if it was this side. Could it fit on the other side, which is like adjacent here? No, there is no adjacent side. So it's really only this, and it doesn't fit any other way. The only way it fits is sort of that orientation there. So this hole is a little bit different than all the other ones. And I guess the only way of really telling that is if you take a close look, you might be able to see that this is just slightly a bigger hole on top here. Like, I mean, that's imperceptible. You cannot perceive that with the naked eye. There's no way. So other than trial and error, like once you have the orientation, it's just going over and over and over and over and over until you lose your mind, which I've been doing for the past hour. So there you go, mind lost, puzzle solved. Fun puzzle if you like torture. Back in the cage you go. See if we can do that one more time. Right quick. We can do it quick now. We can do it quick now. Now we can do it quick. I said now we can do it so quick. All right, here we go. Turn, turn, turn. Other side. This side. There we go. And boom. Done. Hot. Dang! Let me get the hat back on. Oh my god. Oh my god. That puzzle almost drove me to the brink of its insanity. Just about. I was 2 seconds away from literally eating my own teeth. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what was going through my head. Really glad I solved it. Random as heck. Not necessarily super enjoyable to do in one take on video. I won't recommend that you try that. But if it's something you want to play around with or have your friends play around with and torture them, I'll leave the link below. You can check it out. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you had an amazing New Year's Eve, and I hope everybody's looking forward to 2020. Big things on the way, and I can't wait to share them with you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.